Got a quick battle game between Lightning Trident and Deathbringer. I don't cast a lot of Grand Cathay games for replays. I don't know. They're just not usually an interesting faction, but I'm trying. Because there are people who like Cathay, so I should, you know, let them have content too. Alright. For Cathay, we have a Grand Cannon, a Firing Rocket, a Crane Gunner, one Celestial Dragon Guard, then some Jade Warrior Halberds, Jade Warriors in the front line, and Peasant Long Spears as well. Miao Ying with a lot of spells. Talons of Night, Regrowth, Earthblood, and Flesh to Stone, all for her. And we haven't seen Miao Ying in a while, which is why I decided to cast this one. On the other side, for the green skins, we have Morgo's Raging Marauders and the Broken Tusks Mob, Orc, Boar, Big, and Magic around. Triple Black Orcs with a Black Orc Big Boss and Azhag the Slaughterer to give them all a bunch of melee buffs of various kinds. Saga Slashes, Get On With It, Azhag's Art Armor, plus the Brass Cleaver. And that's it, really, for his AoE buffs. Then a lot of crap in the trees. We have Night Goblin Squig Hoppers in the trees. I already mentioned those two things. And a very big flank of triple Nasty Skulker and three Night Goblin Archers. I have Nasty Skulkers on my list of top 5 terrible units. I don't know why, dude. Their stats look okay. 26 melee attack for a Goblin unit is pretty whatever. Like, that's fine. And then they get plus 12 melee attack for a lot of the time that they're in melee. But, like, I don't know. They just don't seem to do it. I had triple gold chevron Nasty Skulkers with 2 Waws popped on them trade even with a basic Dark Elf Dread Spear in a test. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's wrong with this unit. Their animations must just be bad or something. Regardless, Crane Gunners and the Firing Rocket have almost killed an entire Black Orc. Another Black Orc is missing a third of its HP after Jade Warrior Crossbows are shooting at it. But say goodbye to that one. That one specifically is dead. With no Cathay Cavalry or even Onyx Crowmen to speak of, the Archers should be free to fire most of the game, and the Cavalry should be free to run around. The Archers need to target the Grand Cannon and then the Firing Rocket first. Actually, the Firing Rocket's about out of ammo, so I guess at this point just let it fire, and then maybe focus on the Crane Gunners. You're going to have to take them out. Jade Warrior Crossbows are armored and shielded, so shooting at them at least from the front is going to be a really bad idea. Talons of Night hurts the Black Orcs a little bit, but honestly not too much. The Black Orcs continue to try to work their way through these Jade Warriors. 52 melee attack for them, with all the buffs given to them, versus 42 melee defense of the Jade Warriors. Still going to be a hard task for them to get through. Celestial Dragon Guard coming back to fight against these nasty Skalkas. We're getting a spell right now? No, it's the other side. Oof. 60 physical resistance for the Celestial Dragon Guard. Archers are firing at Miao Ying. When she's in her human form, very, very few of those are going to hit. Now that she's a dragon, she might be a better target, but, like, you got to kill the Grand Cannon. It is right there, and it is for the taking. Looks like they are instead firing at the Jade Warrior Crossbows, which, again, they are going to largely shrug and ignore you on that front. Now the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers and stuff are coming into the fray. We'll see if they even matter. Miao Ying is taking a lot of arrows from these Night Goblin Archers. The Wurzag and the Black Orc Big Boss are chilling around, still trying to get something done somewhere. Helping as best they can. One Night Goblin gets routed off. There we go. Nasty Skulker is shattered. Another Nasty Skulker is routed off. And Celestial Dragon Guard harass the Night Goblins, forcing them back. Here come the Squig Hoppers. Can they get a good charge on something? No. They get into the box and they stop moving. Rip. Which does make them free targets, so... Greenskins, unfortunately, dropping some micro here. Other Night Goblin Squig Hoppers surrounding Miao Ying, but she's not their problem. They need to get on all of the ranged units. Their anti-infantry and armor piercing will make them good at killing off the Jade Warrior Crossmen. But it's still tough. I mean, 25 melee defense versus 28 melee attack. And then 10 bonus versus infantry. It's not like they're going to shred those Jade Warrior Crossmen. Probably need a wall or need some spells or something to help them out. Firing Rocket's still throwing the last of its volleys out onto the Night Goblin Archers, who are both running away from that Celestial Dragon Guard. And the Morgo's Major Marauder's getting shot by a cannon. Now the Night Goblin Squig Hopper is turned onto ranged units, but it might be too little, it might be too late. Crane Gunners have pushed off the Broken Tusks mob. Firing Rocket's about out of ammunition. Yeah. Mistakes were made. Miao Ying taking a Spirit Leech as she runs forward to help against the Black Orcs, but this is my main complaint about Black Orcs. They got a cost decrease, which is nice, but when some people ask if they're a viable unit, generally no, just because their melee attack is way too low. Like, this is their melee attack when they're being buffed up by the Brass Cleaver and Sliga's Slashes. They have 16 more melee attack than they normally would, and they're still just kind of like struggling to get through Jade Warriors and stuff. It just feels like you have to invest too much in Black Orcs for them to do anything. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers running around trying to be disruptive. They did shut down a Grand Cannon. They're now on to the Crane Gunners. Nasty Skulkers are back, and they're going to hit this Firing Rocket, but the Firing Rocket is already out of ammo. So Cathay does not care. Bounce Power is in the Greenskins' favor, however. 2 Night Goblin Archers returning to the fight right now. And Azhag and his boys with their Ard armor and their Wa getting good stats, trying to get through the Jade Warriors. Morgur's Meiji Marauders still rolling through this area. They probably have to turn to a melee cav soon and start chasing down stuff that's routing. Celestial Dragon Guard down to half HP. Miao Ying is very, very low. We will have a break on this side, however. Nasty Skulkers and Night Goblin Squig Hoppers are both going to rout as soon as Miao Ying joins that fight, so say goodbye to those guys. And a lot of the bounce power for the Greenskins is in a very healthy hero core of Azhag and the Black Orc Big Boss. Miao Ying does have healing. As she lands, I imagine she's going to throw out a regrowth for herself. Earthblood to start. Is there a regrowth following after that? There it is. Is it Overcast? No, it's not Overcast. Okay, still good. Cathay's getting back in on the balance of power. They still have a full health Crane Gunner with 2/3 ammunition. Oh. And it's making mincemeat out of Morgur's Meiji Marauders. Greenskins still have 2 archers to defend. They're firing into Celestial Dragon Guard, who have 95 armor and are shielded. So it's not amounting to much damage as we literally watch the fire pour in and it's doing nothing. Crane Gunners will have to take some of their time and shoot with those Night Goblin Archers most likely. Squig Hoppers are here. Grand Cannon plus Miao Ying trying to defend the Crane Gunners. Morgur's Meiji Marauders are also firing from the back line, but once again, I think they have to go into melee and just shut down these Crane Gunners. Big Talons of Night from Miao Ying catches both of the Black Orc units that are still alive. Might finish them off leadership-wise, though it is hard to get any Greenskins next to Azhag to break. He has so many different leadership abilities. Get on with it, Sliga Slashes, and then his Black Orc Big Boss has Get Back Here. Goblins still firing in. Crane Gunner's still alive, Jade Warrior Crossbow's still alive and counter-firing against those goblins. Meanwhile, Azhag and Black Orc Big Boss have gotten in thick. And this Black Orc's down to 25 models, 1200 HP, not feeling the best. More rallying Cathayans are firing on the flanks of these goblins, and even some Jade Warriors are just going to go chase them off. We do get to a bit of the bump and grind stage, I say, just as Morgur's Meiji Marauders finally go into melee with the Crane Gunners and try and kill those guys off. They're getting shot in the bum by Jade Warrior Crossbow. Still have 4 volleys on those guys. Miao Ying is chilling, Flesh to Stone, casting the Jade Warrior Halberds to give them a bit more resilience against Azhag. Bounce power's about even, but I think Cathay is looking real good. Crane Gunner's back online. Now firing after these shattered Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. Jade Warrior Crossbows firing after the Morgur's Meiji Marauders. So each range unit helping itself out, helping each other out a little bit. And we are down to 1 Night Goblin Archer who is actually still in the fight. Miao Ying takes a Spirit Leech, and where is she going to go? Past the fight. Okay, I was worried she'd dive into Azhag and the Black Orc Big Boss. That seems risky. Crane Gunners firing into the Black Orc Big Boss, somehow able to see him with all these Celestial Dragon Guard around. Usually every unit on the planet would say, I'm obstructed, I can't see anything, whee! But apparently not this one. Azhag and the Black Orc Big Boss pop all their buffs. And the Night Goblin Archers are finally going to shoot at the Crane Gunners. I don't know if their shields are going to work from that angle. I probably think they're unshielded. Taking a bit of damage, not as much as I would think if they're unshielded, so I think they're getting some shield, some not. Crane Gunner's still firing at the Black Orc Big Boss. He's getting close to routing. Azhag is just fine. The bounce power is tipping a little bit against the Greenskins. I think it should be tipping a lot against the Greenskins, but Azhag's HP is a big factor. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Spirit Leeches for Miao Ying, plus she's dealing with the Black Orc Big Boss and Azhag. She will probably have to back off of that venture. And it looks like the Greenskins just surrender. I do think it was over. The Crane Gunners could kite away and then shoot at the Archers if they ever decided to come close again. If not, then they could shoot at the Black Orc Big Boss. Miao Ying could heal with any wins the match she had left, so it was over. Miao Ying did fine. Fire and Rocket did good. Celestial Dragon Guard did poorly again, because they always do poorly. I don't know what's wrong with that unit. Crane Gunners did alright. Cannon did alright. Jade Warrior Halberds did okay. Both Jade Warrior Crossmen did fantastically. And that is that. For Deathbringer, Azag did okay. Black Orc Big Boss struggled. Black Orcs overall struggled. Night Goblins, Quick Hoppers did fantastically. So did Morgos, Magi Marauders. Nasty Skulkers, mixed value. And the Archers, mixed value. Roar!
Subscribe, yes, yes.